All right, you guys. So today we're going to get into this episode 2 of Mandalorian. I have to be a little quiet, guys, because I'm at my girl's house. She's sleeping in the next room, guys. So please forgive me if the audio is not too good on here and if the lighting is bad. I do apologize, guys. But we're going to get into this Mandalorian 2. So let's get started. The big question here is this Yoda creature force sensitive? Why is it so sought after, not only by the remnants of the Empire, but other parties as well, whoever this doctor is and whoever he represents. I know there was a doctor in the comic books that experimented with Force users. I don't know if this... Oh, so this is how we get Nick Nolte's character back into the scene. Love it. Yoda baby, really cool episode. Kind of like a little side adventure following his time with trying to obtain the baby. I love the also the art illustrations that they show. It really reminds me of the old and I want to get this right. I believe Bonanza used to do this, which is an old Western that used to come on regular TV for those who don't know. But they used to do a similar style of outro with the artwork and storyboards from the particular episode that just premiered. So really cool that they've added that aspect of that to the end credits here to the Mandalorian. So again, guys, really good episode. So I'm going to go right into my review because I am recording this before going to work, and I want to make sure I get this in before I start work this morning. So it's very early here on the West Coast in Los Angeles. We just got episode 2 of The Mandalorian, and we're going to get right into this, guys. So obviously, again, it was a little side adventure. Razor, and I forget the full name of the aircraft, the Mandalorian's aircraft. I call it the Razor, but it gets stripped down by the Jawas while he's out trying to obtain his bounty, which is obviously the Yoda baby. So he gets back. His ship is taken apart. He battles with the Jawas. Cool battle. Very nice battle. We get the Sandcrawler Jawas. Awesome. Very nostalgic. A little fan servicey, but I enjoy fan service. Fan service is not a bad thing to me. So he gets shocked by several of the Jawas, falls off of the Sandcrawler, and basically thinks he's lost all of the parts for his ship. We enter Nick Nolte, Nick Nolte's character, back into the fold, and he helps him obtain his parts by having him bargain to get this egg from this creature. I don't know the name of this creature. It's funny, I don't know any of the names of any of the creatures or characters in this particular series. So he ensues in this battle with this creature. Very tough battle. He's just about dead, and then we get the reveal that the Yoda creature is in fact force sensitive when he holds the creature up with the force just enough time for the Mandalorian to stab the creature and kill the creature. So really cool. So we kind of get this reveal, which we kind of figured was going to happen. I don't know if people figured it was going to happen as soon as it did, but we got this reveal that he is in fact force sensitive, and they kind of almost gave it to us very early in the episode where he is after the Mandalorian is fighting the Trandoshans. He suffers an injury, and then of course the Yoda baby attempts to heal him, but the Mandalorian is not understanding that he's trying to heal him. He just thinks that it's just a baby, doesn't know what he's doing, and puts the baby back into the carriage a couple of times after he is attempting to heal him. But obviously, as I had mentioned during my reaction, the Yoda baby is fully aware of his surroundings and what's going on. He recognizes danger. He recognizes who's there to help and who's there to hurt. And he definitely, obviously, did what he could to save the Mandalorian during that little fight that he had with that creature. So that most definitely was the big reveal. We kind of, again, it was something that was expected. So you may say that this particular episode was a bit predictable. I wouldn't argue with anyone who said that would say that this episode was a bit predictable to a certain extent. And then one of the other complaints that I'm hearing about the series is how short the series is. It's about this particular episode was about what 28 minutes or so. I'm still enjoying these episodes. I think they're high quality episodes, by the way, and of course there is always something significant so far in the past two episodes. Even though the episodes are short, we are getting significant events as it leads up to where this road that the Mandalorian is on and where it's going. So now he's in possession of this bounty again, which is the Yoda baby, who is force sensitive. We know why. Now we know, which we already kind of figured, why he is so sought after, because he is force sensitive. There are those who want to destroy the Yoda baby because he's force sensitive. We have this doctor that may want to experiment on the Yoda baby because he is force sensitive. And then of course, we don't know, Luke is out there somewhere. So Luke could also be searching for this Yoda baby. We may find that the Mandalorian may have to bring the Yoda baby to Luke at some point. I don't know if they're going to connect saga films to this series in that way. Bringing Luke into the series, that would be absolutely cool. They wouldn't even have to show his face. They would just have to just show basically the Jedi garb, his famous black outfit with a robe, and the Mandalorian delivers him the baby, and that we may actually see that. There's a good chance that we may see Luke in this series, at least as far as what I'm thinking. But again, I don't know if they're going to be into connecting the saga films with this particular series so closely. But that would be really cool if they did, and this would present a very good opportunity to do so. Guys. Excellent episode. I really enjoyed that. So I'm going to go ahead and give you my score for this episode. I'm going to give this episode a 8.5 out of 10. I thought it was really, really good, even though it was a very small side adventure. He's having to obtain his parts, and we get the reveal that the Yoda baby is force sensitive. We get Nick Nolte's character back into the fold. I was hoping Nick Nolte's character would join the Mandalorian and be a part of his crew. Obviously, he has some technical skill in putting things back together. So the Mandalorian definitely could use somebody with his skill set. I think that still may happen, but obviously that and the cool thing is they didn't just put it together and say, oh, okay, yeah, I'll join your crew. I think he will eventually do so, but they didn't just slap it together like that, which I thought was really, really cool. But I still believe we're going to get Nick Nolte's character back in this series again, and he will become a part of the Mandalorian's crew at some point. So we'll see if that happens, but at this point, that is not the case. So again, guys, I thought this was a great episode, 8.5. The negatives for the episode, I would have to say, is, of course, it is a little short. I wish it was a little bit longer. And then in regards to the Rocky music that everyone is referring to, the composer, I believe, is the same composer from the Creed films. So he's kind of, he has a he has a signature sound that is very familiar to the Rocky films. So he's kind of brought that over here to this particular series. It doesn't bother me as much as other people are complaining about. I think it kind of fits to a certain extent because we are getting this spaghetti western style of film work regarding the Mandalorian. So some of the music kind of, to me, kind of fits this particular style, even though I do get some Rocky vibes now that people are mentioning it. So, but I don't know if I would consider that so much of a negative, but I guess now that people are mentioning it, it does kind of pull me out a little bit because I'm listening to the Rocky theme more than paying attention to what's going on in the story. So, but excellent episode, 8.5. Cannot wait to see what happens when he eventually turns in this bounty, which I'm assuming is going to happen in the next episode. And what is the fate of the Yoda baby? Because if we go by the Last Jedi, we did not see. Well, we know that no one survives from Luke Skywalker's Jedi Academy, and I'm assuming this Yoda baby at some point was a part of that particular academy. We have not seen any Jedi sequel trilogy, specifically this particular Yoda baby. So it'll be interesting to see what the fate of this child is. He may not even survive this series, but we'll see going forward, guys. So that is my review. Excellent episode, guys. I would like to know what you thought about this particular episode, guys. Did you enjoy this episode? How do you feel about the length of the episodes? Is 28 minutes a little too short? I believe the first episode may have been about 33 minutes. So would you like to see longer episodes? Or are you happy with the short burst of episodes that we're getting? How did you feel about this little side adventure? Were you looking for something more significant happening, or were you satisfied with him having to deal with his parts being taken from his ship and having to get them back from the Jawas by obtaining this egg from this creature? So guys, let me know what your thoughts are. Put those comments down below. Please like and subscribe. And of course, guys, from the Father to the Son to the Obi-Wan Force Ghost, may the Force be with you always.